Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here on the channel. We have got ourselves our first look at the new Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC. It is the Japanese trailer. There hasn't yet been, at the time of recording this, an English trailer to go along. If it does come out in the process of me filming this video, we will take a look at the English trailer as well, see if there's any differences, because there is usually, you know, one or two things different. So we'll see if anything does in fact come out different. Let's have a look at the trailer. I'll play it through once, we'll have a look at it in its entirety, and then I'll slow down bits and we'll have a look, try and pinpoint bits and things that we found in here. I have got some information up on my second monitor as well, which Cerebi has been posting. We all know Joe. Cerebi has been posting some useful information which will help this video. So, without further ado, let's have a look at this and let's see what it looks like. So there is the Slowbro, the new Slowbro, the Galarian Slowbro, with the shell on its arm. We've got a giant tree, which could be interesting. Absol, Luxray, nice. Oh yeah, Urshifu, of course. Was that a Giratina? So I know the legendary ends, but that must be where the legendary ends are beginning. So this is the Isle of Armour. This is the first DLC that's coming out. We got Loudreds, we got Sandile. Oh, I love Sandile. Wailord, Kangaskhan. Wow, this is actually really Emolga. These are some interesting mons. Mienshao, Dragalge. What is that? That looks like a Gigantamax type Curry. Ah, yes, we've got our two battlers for this area, which I believe they're poison types. So Slowbro is definitely poison psychic. Yo, Blastoise and Venusaur's Gigantamaxes are actually pretty snazzy. He's got cannons all over his back. That's pretty nice. Okay, so this is more Isle of Armour. It's like, yeah, I remember the towers. I remember seeing this. So these are the towers that you have to climb up to get your Kubfu to evolve. Yo, the Gigantamax forms look so much nicer. You got the red and the blue, that's real nice. And then we got the Crown Tundra, which is also coming out this year. This mon is beautiful, by the way. Frostmoth, wow, Frostmoth. That's so cool. I love watching the models of the ponds moving around in game. These are the Reggies. So we've got Regirock, Regice, Registeel. We've got the two new Reggies which are coming out as well. Which we'll see those in a moment. Cryogonal, Vanillish, which I think we've had, yeah, Vanillite was spawnable. There's more of those. Then the legendary dens, which we knew was coming as well. Kyogre, Groudon, Dialga, Palkia, Reshiram, Zekrom, all the way up through the generations. And then the two new ones. These two, it's Regieleki, I think it's Regieleki and Regidraco. I think those are the translated names. And then we've got the three legendary birds, all of the characters. Of course, we've got the starters. Those of getting the hidden abilities, which I'll talk about in a moment as well. But there is a way to obtain the hidden abilities now, as of today. And it looks like we've got double battles in there then. 2 weeks. 17th of the 6th. So we've got 2 weeks until this game comes, well, the expansion comes out. The Isle of Armour. And then its Crown Tundra is still yet to be determined. And then it looks like you've got some other bits and pieces here at the end. So we're going to watch this once again from the very beginning. But we're going to slow this down. Let's slow this down to... Let's slow it down a little bit. Let's see if this is enough. So we'll go through, we'll have a look at... So we've got the Galarian Slowbro, Poison Psychic typing. Really, really nice. We knew this was coming because, if I go back real quick, we knew this was coming because its ability was leaked. Shell Arm or something it was called. So we knew this was coming, which is... I like this. Galarian Slowbro, I actually like it. I was always a little bit of a fan of Slowbro, so I'm actually happy to see a Slowbro repeat again. This tree, I feel like, is going to be useful. It's going to be somewhat important. Yeah, we've got Mustard, who's the guy that trains you with Kung Fu. You know, I'm going to slow it down just a smidge more. Might take us 20 minutes to get through this, but it looks like we had a wild ice cube there. We've got Absol, Luxray, which is real nice. My quality just died. Come on, 1080p. There we go. We got Luxray. We've got forgot his name now. Forgot it off the top of my head. We got Giratune in the background. It'll come back to me. I keep forgetting his name. So this is at the beginning. This must be the start area. So you've got this area with the thingies there. Down there, the beach. Scythotaurus. I completely glanced over and missed this when we were first looking. But it was Scythotaurus, which is really nice. I know a friend that is a big fan of Tauros. And I've got a friend, I don't mind Scyther actually. Scyther's really cool. We've got Whismur Loudred, so we're going to have Explode as well. Drudigan is the name. We've got Drudigans in here. I think there's a Swoobat up there, but we've already got Swoobats and Woobats. Very, very happy to see my boy Sandile. Love Sandile line. So I'm very happy to see the Sandile line. Tangrowth is another big one. I like Tangrowth. It's a very good defensive mon. I'll be using a Tangrowth thing. We've got the Executor. I wonder if we get the Alolan one. And then, if we pause there real quick, go back a smidge. Looks like we've got like a Swampland, so it's going to have swampy-based Pokemon. So we've got the Tadpole trio. So we're going to have Poliwrath in there as well. Poliwhirl, Politoed, we're going to have Poliwrath, and obviously Poliwag, I would assume spawns, unless you wanted to brood it down, if they've done it like that, which I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they've done. We've got an ocean area, which is on the not the Crown Tundra, on the Isle of Armour. This looks like it could be a really cool spot for a lot of different Pokemon. We've got Wild Wailord spawning in, which is actually insane. I think it's going to be huge. We've also got the Kangaskhan, which is real nice. We like a little bit of Kangaskhan. Bufalon, Lachamrock, a Molga. Slow down, the audio sounds really, really weird. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn off the audio here because it's actually interesting. We got Dragalge. We got Slowbros actually running. This was really interesting. I'm very interested to know what this does. I have seen it mentioned. Let me see if it's been posted yet. It doesn't look like it's been posted as official. This is what it does. So that's fine. Urshifu was the name of the one I was forgetting. But yeah, this thing is interesting. I'm very interested to see what it does. I wonder if it's linked to the Dynamax soup, which is actually in this next screenshot here. The Dynamax soup. So this is a really... I feel this is going to be a little bit... It's... The thing about the Dynamax quiz, so what it does is you can collect items on... I wonder if there's a limit to it, or whether it's unlimited in the amount of uses you can use. But if you give this to a Pokemon that has the potential to Dynamax, then it can Dynamax. So say you've just bred yourself a shiny Charmander with... what's it called? Solar Power. So you've got Hidden Ability, shiny Charmander. Obviously it's not going to be Dynamaxable, but if you give it this curry, it can then Dynamax into its Mega Dynamax form. It kind of makes the current Dynamax mons a little bit less, if you've got a shiny Dynamax, it kind of makes them a little bit less, valuable, because you can obtain it in a secondary way, which I don't mind. It's an interesting way of doing things, but it wouldn't be per se something I would have opted to do. They do lose a bit of value, but I do like this new alternative method of getting shiny Dynamaxes. So that is pretty nice in itself. Of course, we've got our two rivals. I forget their name. Clara and something or other. It does look like they're both going to be using this Slowbro. Purely based on the fact that It's only shown one of them. Maybe they won't. Maybe there'll be a secondary and Clara's using something else. I don't know. I'm just assuming they will both use the Slowbro. We've got the Gigantamax versions of Blastoise and Venusaur. I like the designs, actually. The Blastoise one with the cannons shooting out at the back is really nice. This Venusaur reminds me a lot like Vileplume. It gives me a Vileplume vibe, and I'm a big fan of the Oddish line, so I like it. Those are like rapid fire cannons. That is some insane design. And then it's going back to Clara. Okay. And obviously this is the point where we have to evolve it. Showing off that some of its moves. Eating curries. Doing the dojo and evolving it into Urshifu. Which I think then we go... It's showing Crown Tundra stuff. There's a lot of stuff in the Crown Tundra, actually. I'm very excited for this area. It's going to have a lot of icy type Pokemon, which I love ice types. There's a lot of ice types I really, really do like. So we've got a wild Frostmoth walking around. We've got a Lapras there. Some of the native region Pokemon. And then this is obviously going into information regarding the Crown Tundra stuff. So we're not going to see this for quite some time. So we've got the Regis here. Regirock, Regice, Registeel. Those we already knew was confirmed. So I wonder if Regigigas will be obtainable through obtaining all three of them. I would assume so. We have got the two new ones, Regieleki and Regidraco. So those are obviously going to be obtainable. I'll show that in just a moment here. So we've got Cryogonal, Swablu, obviously Absol we've seen already. These are a graveyard area. That's pretty nice. That tree in the middle is very interesting. Snoms. I want to see a little Snom running around. I love Snom. Bug Ice type Poggers. I love it. So we've got the legendary dens, which are pretty nice. We've got Dialga, Giratina, yada yada. I'm actually interested to see how these legendary dens work, how they've programmed into the game for those to work. And then we've got the two new Regieleki, which I really like his design. I really like both of them, actually. And Regidraco. Yeah, its design is really nice. And then these three I definitely do want to speak on, because we have had their confirmed typings. So it was speculated on what these would be, because if we know how Pokemon works. One type is super effective on another type, the other type is super effective on the third type, and the third type is then super effective on the first type. So these also play into that fact. We've got Moltres as a dark type, dark flying, so they've all got flying attributes. We've got dark flying for Moltres, fighting flying for Zapdos, and psychic flying for Articuno. Really interesting typings overall. I want to know how their original typings play into this, because it does look, they do resemble their old typings. So Articuno still the icy, Moltres with the fire look, and then obviously I really like Moltres' design actually. The fire, black and red are my two like combination colors that I really like. So I'm a big fan of Moltres. And then also Zapdos over here, still got his like electric type look. That's real interesting. That is really interesting. And we've got the mythical or legendary for this area again, looking down on the fight between the trio. And then it's going to bounce around between a few of the other characters. Rillaboom. So this is touching on the ability to get them as hidden ability. Now, their hidden abilities are available as of today. You can, in fact, obtain them. The easiest way to obtain these is in Sword and Shield. You need to deposit any Pokemon into Pokemon Home. If you don't own Pokemon Home, you won't be able to obtain them. You'll have to trade them from a friend that does. So you can still obtain them. I'm going to imagine people are going to be breeding the shinies for these. So on Wonder Trade, they're going to be spamming out surprise trades of these. So you might get lucky if you're out just randomly surprise trading. We've got the hidden ability is Grassy Terrain. Oh, I think it's Grass Surge, I think it's called, on Grookey, which is Grassy Terrain. It sets it up. It's a really nice ability for him. We've got Limbero, I think it's called, which is the protein version for Scorbunny. So it does the same thing as Protein does, but it's the fire version, I guess. Don't know why we've got a new name for it, but it's pretty cool. And then we've also got Sniper for Grookey. Not Grookey. Sobble. Sobble gets Sniper, so its critical hits are increased, which is really nice, actually. It's going to give all three of them that nice little boost that they don't necessarily need the boost, but it's going to give them a nice little boost. Nice little juice boost. So those are obtainable. Deposit a Pokemon from Sword and Shield into Pokemon Home, and then from Pokemon Home on the mobile app. You have to do it specifically on the mobile app. This is touching on something else, so I'm going to pause it. On the mobile app, if you log in, make sure your account is synced, and then if you go into your gift section, it will be in the gift section. So you'll be able to obtain all three of the items, the Pokemon. Those will go in there, and you can send them straight over to Pokemon Sword and Shield. Obviously, if you want more of them, you're going to have to breed them. Like I said, a lot of people are going to be shiny hunting them, so there's going to be a lot of them going around. This, on the other hand, was very, very interesting. So this is another way for us. I think this is called the Gala Star Tournament in Wyndham. And you play multi-battles against various characters from the story. So in this case, we've got the two strongest trainers. So we've got the last gym leader, and we've also got Leon, which is really nice. I don't mind fighting against these. I think there's a few. I think it shows somebody else in here. Does it show somebody else? I think it shows B-Day and... not B-Day. The fighting leader and Nessa. I think it shows as well in here. I don't see it. There's that cannon, by the way. If I just go back a smidge. Look at that. I love how offensive he looks. I love how offensive he looks. But that's going to be really, really interesting. And again, that is the end of that. I think you unlock the Star Tournament, the Gala Star Tournament in Wyndham during the Crown Tundra update. So we won't be able to have access to that right away. Which is not overly bad. There's going to be a lot of stuff for people to do in the meantime before having to fight against these multi-battles. Obviously, there's a lot of new Pokemon coming to the game, so a lot of people are going to be shiny hunting new Pokemon. People are going to be going ham with, you know, trying to obtain a lot of these new Pokemon, doing the new dungeons, doing the... I would imagine you'll be able to get shiny versions from the dungeons, unless they're shiny locked, which I don't think there's a reason for them to be shiny locked if they're in a dungeon, because I would imagine they're going to be rare enough as it is. So getting a shiny legendary in a dungeon is going to be really, really interesting to see. This video I will link down in the description as well if you wanted to watch it back yourself. But I appreciate everyone coming to watch this video, and I'm very excited. I'm going to be trying to pump out more content for Pokemon Sword and Shield here on the channel very soon, and we're going to be doing some live streams as well. I want to try and do some shiny hunt live streams with you guys. It will be on my main Twitch channel. I think I'm going to do it on my Twitch channel. I'm not sure. I'm trying to keep all my streams in one location, so it's probably going to be on my Twitch. Yeah, I apologize for those that don't have Twitch or won't sign up to Twitch, or can't sign up to Twitch for that fact. But I appreciate everyone's support. You guys have been awesome. Have a wonderful and safe day, and let's see what comes out in the near future for the Crown Tundra. We've got 2 weeks, so let's see if anything else drops. But for now, have a wonderful and safe day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now!